Emily Carter stood on the sidewalk with one small suitcase beside her. The front door closed behind her. Then she heard the lock. She checked her wallet again. $280. That was all she had. Her father had given her only 10 minutes to pack. "Don't come back," he had said. Emily still did not understand how everything had changed so fast. 3 days earlier, she had found an old envelope inside her mother's desk. She had only asked one question about it. After that, her parents became nervous. Her younger brother, Ryan, would not even look at her. Now she was outside in the cold, with no home and nowhere to go. Emily called 2 cheap motels. The first was full. The second had 1 room left. By 10:40 p.m., she was sitting alone on a hard motel bed. Then her phone rang. "Mom." Emily did not answer. A voicemail appeared. 1 minute later, her father called. Then Ryan. Then her mother again. Emily stared at the screen. 5 voicemails. Then 9. Then 14. Something was wrong. At 11:47 p.m., the calls became faster. Her mother left a message saying, "Emily, come home. We need to talk." 10 minutes later, her father left another. "Delete anything you took from the house." Emily sat up. She had taken nothing. By 2:13 a.m., there were 27 voicemails on her phone. Her hands shook as she opened the list. Most were from her family, but voicemail number 17 was different. Unknown number. Emily pressed play. A calm man's voice filled the silent room. "Emily, my name is Daniel Bennett. I knew your grandmother." She stopped breathing. Then he said the words that changed everything. "Your parents never told you whose name is really on that house, did they?" Emily looked at the 26 other messages. For the first time that night, she was not afraid. She was curious. Emily played voicemail number 17 again. Then a third time. Daniel Bennett's voice was calm, but his words made no sense. Whose name was really on the house? Emily wanted to call him back, but another voicemail caught her attention. It was from her mother. "Emily, please come home before morning. We made a mistake." Emily frowned. Only hours earlier, her mother had watched her leave, without saying a word. Now she sounded afraid. Emily played the next message. Her father's voice was louder. "Do not speak to anyone about those papers. You don't understand what you saw." Emily's heart began to beat faster. So this was about the old envelope. 3 days earlier, Emily had been looking for a phone charger in her mother's desk. She found a yellow envelope hidden under some bank papers. Her name was written on the front. Inside was a copy of an old legal document. Before Emily could read the full page, her mother entered the room and pulled it from her hands. That evening, everything changed. Her parents stopped talking when she entered a room. Ryan avoided her. Her father asked strange questions about what she had read. Emily had believed it was only an old family paper. Now she knew better. Her phone rang again. Unknown number. This time she answered. "Emily," Daniel asked. "Yes." "Listen carefully. Do not go back to that house tonight." Emily looked toward the motel door. "Why?" There was a short silence. "Because your grandmother left instructions before she died." Emily gripped the phone. "What instructions?" Daniel took a slow breath. "Instructions about you." Before Emily could speak, someone knocked on her motel door. 3 hard knocks. She froze. Daniel's voice changed. "Emily, are you alone?" Another knock came. Then her father's voice sounded from the hallway. "Emily, open the door." She stared at the handle. Her father was supposed to be 40 miles away, and she had never told anyone where she was. Emily did not move. Her father knocked again. "Emily, I know you are inside." She held the phone tightly. Daniel spoke in a low voice. "Do not open that door." Emily looked at the thin motel curtain. A shadow moved outside. "How did he find me?" she whispered. "Your family phone plan," Daniel said. "He may be tracking your phone." Emily's stomach dropped. Her father knocked one last time. "Come home now, and we can forget all of this." Then his footsteps slowly disappeared. Emily waited 10 minutes before looking outside. The parking lot was empty. Daniel told her to turn off location sharing. Then he asked her to save every voicemail. "Why?" Emily asked. "Because people say dangerous things when they panic." Emily started listening from the first message. At first, her parents sounded angry. Then their story changed. In voicemail 6, her father said Emily had stolen money. In voicemail 11, her mother said, "We moved it for your own good." Emily paused. Moved what? Then she reached voicemail 23. Her mother was crying. "We thought you would never find out about the account." Emily felt cold. "What account?" she whispered. Daniel did not answer. Instead, he asked her to check the date on the paper she had seen. Emily closed her eyes. 8 years ago. Daniel became silent. Then he said, "That was the year your grandmother died." Emily looked at the voicemail list again. These were no longer family messages. They were confessions. Then Ryan sent her a text. "Don't trust Daniel. He wants the house." 5 seconds later, another message arrived. This one was from Daniel. "Your brother knows more than he told you." Emily stared at both messages. One of them was lying. Before she could decide who, a new voicemail appeared. Number 28. It was from Ryan. Emily pressed play. His first words made her blood run cold. "Emily, Dad found out I helped you." Emily played Ryan's voicemail again. "Dad found out I helped you." Then the message went silent for 3 seconds. Ryan whispered, "Check your suitcase." The voicemail ended. Emily stared at the small suitcase near the bed. She had packed it herself. Slowly, she opened it. Clothes. A toothbrush. An old jacket. Nothing strange. Then she remembered Ryan had carried the suitcase downstairs before their father threw her out. Emily checked every pocket. Inside the jacket, her fingers touched paper. A small white envelope was hidden in the lining. Her name was written on it. Emily opened it. Inside was a key and a note. Grandma's Bank. Box 314. Trust no one until you see it. Emily called Daniel. 1 hour later, they met outside an old bank across town. Ryan was not there. Daniel showed his ID and several legal papers before Emily agreed to enter with him. The key opened a small metal box. Inside were 3 documents, a photograph, and a letter from her grandmother. Emily read the first page. Her hands began to shake. The house was not in her father's name. Neither was the family business. Both had been placed in a trust. For Emily, her parents were only allowed to manage them until her 25th birthday. Emily was 26. "They had 1 year to tell you," Daniel said. "They didn't." Emily looked at the second document. Money had been removed from the trust. Large amounts. Again and again. Then she saw a signature at the bottom. Her signature. But Emily had never signed it. Her phone rang. "Ryan." She answered quickly. "Where are you?" Ryan was breathing hard. "Emily, listen to me. Dad knows about the box." A car stopped outside the bank. Daniel looked through the window. His face changed. Ryan whispered one final sentence. "Whatever happens, don't let him get Grandma's letter." Emily looked down. The letter was gone. Emily searched the metal box again. The letter was gone. "I saw it here," she said. Daniel checked the floor. Nothing. Then Emily remembered the photograph. Her grandmother stood beside a young Emily in front of the house. On the back, one sentence was written. "The truth is not in the box. It is in what they say when they are afraid." Emily stopped. The voicemails. She opened her phone and listened again. This time, she ignored the shouting. She listened to the background sounds. In voicemail 14, her parents were arguing. Her mother said, "You should never have copied her signature." In voicemail 21, her father shouted, "The letter is the only thing that proves why the trust was created." Then Emily reached voicemail 27. She had not listened to the full message before. Her father's voice came first. "She has nothing." Then her mother answered, "What about the recording Margaret made?" Emily froze. Margaret was her grandmother. A door opened behind them. Ryan walked into the bank. Emily stepped back. "Where is the letter?" Ryan pulled a folded paper from his coat. "I took it." Daniel moved toward him, but Emily raised her hand. "Why?" Ryan placed the letter on the table. "Because Dad was following me." He explained that he had hidden the letter before their father reached the motel. He had wanted Emily to find the bank key first. Emily opened the letter. There was only one line. "Ask Daniel for the recording." Emily slowly looked at him. Daniel's face became pale. "You have it?" she asked. He said nothing. Outside, a car door slammed. Emily's father entered the bank. For the first time, he was not angry. He looked terrified. "Emily," he said, "you need to understand." Daniel reached into his briefcase. He placed a small recorder on the table. Then he pressed play. Her grandmother's voice filled the room, and Emily's father stopped breathing. The recorder played. Emily's grandmother spoke slowly. "If Emily is hearing this, then someone hid the truth from her." No one moved. Her father stared at the table. The recording explained everything. Emily's grandmother had created the trust because she did not trust Emily's parents with the house or business. They could manage both, but they could never own them. On Emily's 25th birthday, everything had to be transferred to her. Her parents had ignored the order. Worse, they had copied Emily's signature and moved money from the trust. Emily looked at her father. "Is it true?" He said nothing. He did not need to. The 27 voicemails had already answered. Daniel saved the recording, the documents, and every message. Within weeks, an investigation began. Emily did not shout. She did not beg. She simply stopped protecting the people who had thrown her away. Her parents lost control of the house and business. The missing money had to be returned. Ryan admitted his part and agreed to tell the truth. Months later, Emily stood outside the same house, where she had once been locked out. Now the keys were in her hand, but she did not move back in. She sold the house and used part of the money to start a small business. She kept the old photograph of her grandmother on her desk. One evening, her phone rang. "Mom." Emily watched it until the call ended. A voicemail appeared. She did not play it. She deleted it. Then she placed the phone down and smiled. Her parents had thrown her out with only $280, believing she had nothing. But before that night was over, 27 voicemails had given her something worth far more than money. The truth. And this time, no one could take it from her.